These people are mad because you're not going out of your way to prove to them that you're a solid person. You know your worth. Jealous, envious, toxic people, they get upset when others don't feel the need to prove themselves. See, people who are jealous and envious of other people who get irritated because you're not going out of your way to prove who you are to them, they get triggered by the fact that you show up as your authentic self. People who are often deeply insecure, jealous, envious of other people, they operate in performance while you operate in authenticity, and that triggers them. When you are not going out of your way to prove to people that you are a solid woman, that you are a good woman, that you are smart, that you are accomplished, that you are educated, or whatever else they feel like you need to prove to them, when you just show up being yourself and people gravitate to that, there will be people who dislike you simply because you are not a performer. See, people who are jealous and envious, they expect you to perform for them. When you refuse to smile in someone's face who you know doesn't necessarily like you, when you refuse to play the game of acting like you like them when you can't stand them, there are some people who will dislike you for it. It's very weird and demented thinking, especially coming from jealous, envious people, where they expect that you're supposed to still smile in their face even though you know they're a snake. People who are jealous and envious and they feel like you need to prove to them that you are a solid person, these people are often bent on misunderstanding you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, they will try to misunderstand you on purpose. Many women have dealt with women and men alike, but I speak to women. Many women have dealt with other women who are jealous and envious of them or just toxic individuals. And it seems like no matter how much you try to be nice to them, they just don't like you. No matter how much you try to be cordial, be kind, be helpful, they still misunderstand you. It's because they want to. People who are jealous and envious and they want to have issues with you, they misunderstand you on purpose. They intentionally take the things you say and or do personally. It's because creating tension with you gives them some kind of ego boost because they're jealous and envious of you. So these people hate the fact that you are not going out of your way to convince them that you are a solid woman. You know your worth. You know your value. See, when you are the kind of woman who has self-love, you value yourself, you have a healthy confidence, you don't feel like you have to show other people or sales pitch yourself to other people, there will be some people who will look at you as if you are arrogant, as if you are cocky, as if you are somebody appearing to be better than other people. It's not that. For people who are jealous and envious, and yet they expect you to prove yourself to them, what they don't understand is a woman who has a healthy level of self-esteem, self-confidence, and dignity, she is not wasting her time trying to prove herself to people who are going to misunderstand her no matter what. She understands that the people who are truly in her corner, the people who are truly her support system, the people who are truly her friends and family will get her. They expect you to jump through hoops trying to prove yourself while they do the bare minimum and act like a hater. That is not something that women who are unbothered, confident, and wise tolerate. So these people hate the fact that you are not going out of your way to prove yourself to them, especially since they're already bent on misunderstanding you. It's funny how, and I know many women have been in this situation, where you might have been working with someone, maybe they never spoke to you, or they always gave you an attitude, they always look at you funny, they always speak to you sideways, and somehow, some way, you all end up talking to one another. And they hit you with this comment: girl, do you know I didn't like you because you just came off so conceited. You just came off like this. You came off like that. People who are often toxic and want to assume the worst about you, it's not only that they intentionally misunderstand you or they deliberately want to feel as if you are their enemy, but they assume all kind of bad things about you because they're jealous and envious of you, or at the least, they feel insecure around you. Instead of taking on that issue as their own personal issue, they want to push that off on you and make it your problem. So naturally, it's you were coming off as conceited. You were coming off as this and that. What they're saying is that your energy was too big for me. Your confidence was too pronounced for me, and I couldn't handle it. So thus, I had to treat you badly. So these people hate the fact that you are not going out of your way to prove yourself to them. You know you are a solid woman. You know your self-worth and your self-value. People who are jealous and envious of women who have confidence, who have self-worth and self-value, when you understand, and this is for me personally, just how I believe, when you understand that your value, your worth, and the way other people see you and perceive you is not your business, when you understand that your value, your worth, your identity comes from God, the way I see it, it doesn't matter if other people who happen to be jealous and envious of how you carry yourself as a woman get upset at the fact that you're not trying to prove yourself to them. People expect you to jump through hoops in order to be accepted when you could care less about their acceptance. It's not about not wanting to have a friend or not wanting to get along with people, but people who have shown you that they are haters, people who have shown you that they do not support you, they do not like you, sometimes these people still want to stay in close proximity to you so they can make you work. Work for their attention, work for their affection if it's a relationship, work for some kind of connection in business, work for extra, credit for schoolwork or what have you. People who are bent on misunderstanding you, even if they don't like you, they still want to have access to you so they can create tension in your life. And when you pick up on that, you say, I'm out of here. You say, I don't have to go through all of this. Because honestly, and I don't care how this sounds, a woman who knows her self-worth and her self-value, she is not jumping through hoops trying to prove herself to anyone. It's like either you accept me or you don't. Either you see me for who I am or you don't. I am not saying that if you have things to work on, that you should work on those things. If there are certain behaviors and the way I believe that are against God, you need to fix that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you just being genuine and authentic, and yet people still don't like you. And yet people still try to give you a hard time. Women who are jealous and envious of other women, because they are so insecure with that woman, sometimes they need you to, quote, bow down in order for them to feel important. And this is one thing that a woman who is confident in herself is never going to do. I refuse, you should refuse to bow down to anyone. That does not mean that you don't see yourself as equal with other women, but you are beneath no one. And there are some women, they don't even want to be friends with you unless you consider yourself beneath them. They don't even want to be in proximity to you, or if they are in proximity to you, it's only so they can prove just how much better than you they are, which is weird. These people hate the fact that you are not going out of your way to convince them that you are a solid woman. You know exactly who you are. You know exactly what you, quote, bring to the table. And as much as I hate that analogy, people who are often jealous and envious of others, because they automatically see what you have to offer, they see you have a great personality, they see you have a lot of skills and talent, they see that you are a beautiful, charming, well-rounded woman. Because they see all of that, they're going to go even harder to try to make you prove yourself. And this happens a lot in the workplace, in business. When you as a woman are dealing with jealous, envious, insecure women in the workplace, the more experience you have, the more education you have, the more skilled and knowledgeable you are of certain things in the workplace, the more women become threatened by you. Not all women. These are specific types of women. Jealous, envious, insecure women, especially in the workplace. When they see you show up and you know your job, you have a strong work ethic, you get along well with everybody, you know exactly what you're doing, they do extra things to try to make you prove yourself because they see exactly who you are. They see exactly what you bring to the table. And this is not just in business. This can be in life in general. You even have people in families where because they see, and this is so shady in my opinion, but this is just how deeply rooted jealousy and envy can go, and how people expect you to jump through hoops to prove yourself when they already see that you have it. There have been situations where women, they have skilled family members who know how to cook well, know how to do hair well, know how to do all these different things well, and they will deliberately skip over that family member and go to an outsider, go to a stranger, go to anybody other than that person, all because they know that you would do a great job at whatever it is that they need you for. See, when people are jealous and envious of you and they want you to prove yourself to them, even though they don't like you, even though they're jealous of you, it gives them great joy to not give you the opportunity to just express how talented and skilled you are. I'll give you an example of this. Let's say you have a family member or a friend who's having a baby shower, and they decide, you know what, I need a caterer for my baby shower. I'm going to call such and such. And somebody brings up your name. They say, well, you know, she just graduated from culinary school. She's done a lot of events. I've tasted her food and it is amazing. You need to hire her. They probably tasted your food before too. But because your food was a little bit too good, because they know if you bring your skills in the culinary field to their table, people are going to start asking, who made this chicken? Who made this macaroni? Who made this? Who made that? That's going to start getting you attention and maybe bring you money into your business. They will not call you. You know how to do hair well. You know how to do makeup well. You will not be on the list of people they call. I have deliberately been excluded from different things, even though I have the skill to do the job, simply because the person did not like the idea of me getting all that attention based on something I did for them. People who are jealous and envious, they will, how can I say another word for a screw, themselves before they help you. That's how deeply rooted jealousy and envy can be. So these people hate the fact that you are not willing to jump through hoops to convince them that you are a solid woman. They already know that, and they hate that. People who see you operating in your skills, in your gifts, in your talents, when they see just what kind of woman you are, some people get triggered at the fact that you are so skilled, that you are so talented, that you are so sought after. And this mainly goes for women in business, but this can be in anything. If you just have sound judgment and you're able to offer people good advice, you have words of wisdom, you are naturally an encourager, there will be some people who will actually hate on you because you have the wisdom of God, because you can tell somebody to do something different with their life or their relationships beside, girl, just go ahead and mess up his clothes. Girl, just go ahead and go over there and lay hands. Because you have wisdom that extends deeper than the streets, there will be some people who do not like you because of it. This brings me to the next point. Women who have depth, women who have intellect, women who have wisdom, knowledge, whether it be in life or on a specific topic, you're not going to be popular. You're going to be the person who people need the most, but they're going to deliberately try to exclude because they feel some kind of way. You make them feel insecure about themselves. Instead of using the gifts and the skills that you have and the connection they have to you, they'd rather push you away because what you do and who you are is too much for them to handle. People who are jealous and envious of other women and they expect for you to prove yourself to them, these people already know who you are and what you're about. And because it's deeper than what they can understand, they'd rather push you away. They'd rather put you down. They'd rather try to belittle you, mock you, and make you feel crazy instead of actually just acknowledging who you are and getting inspiration from that. So these people hate the fact that you are not willing to jump through hoops to convince them that you are a solid woman. You know exactly who you are, and they can't stand that. Don't let somebody put you down. Don't allow other people to make you feel like you need to prove yourself to them. Unless you are in the U.S. military, unless you are in some kind of armed forces, you don't need to be proving yourself to anyone except for God. That's the way I believe. And I am not speaking in terms of changing mentality if something needs to change. I'm not speaking in regards to sinful behaviors or actions, something that needs to change. I'm speaking about dealing with humans who have a pattern of being a jealous, envious hater and yet expect you to jump through hoops to prove yourself to them. Who are they? Like and subscribe to the video Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the cute little high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.